Dunki is a beautiful film that will be heartbreaking for you, but only if you are a rightful audience to this type of movie. Definitely not Rajkumar Hirani's best, but if you have seen his films, you know that the man can never go wrong with his social subject choices because his intent has always been positive. हेलो सिनेफैम, सबसे पहले तो आप लोग मुझे कमेंट्स में बताएं कि आपको डोंकी रूट्स होती है ये पता था क्या? मुझे ये लीगल ट्रांसपोर्टेशन वाली रूट्स के बारे में पता था, बट रूट्स को डोंकी रूट्स कहते हैं ये नहीं पता था। एंड ये मैं दावे से कह सकती हूँ कि बहुत लोगों को 1% भी आइडिया नहीं होगा कि ये क्या होता है। तो ये जो अवेयरनेस हर बार रेज करते हैं मिस्टर ईरानी, दैट इज लॉडेबल एंड हाईली इंपॉर्टेंट टू फॉर अ कंट्री लाइक इंडिया वेयर सिनेमा हैज द पावर टू ऑल्टर आवर रियलिटीज, and we all know that awareness is the first step towards change. Dunki also has staple Raju Hirani ingredients, hospital वगैरह से भागने भगाने का scene, similar songs, you'll know once you hear them. And I like that punch of nostalgia too. I mean, who doesn't, right? There's also a cameo by Vicky Kaushal, which is like one of the best things in Dunki. Well acted on well staged scenes. He plays a guy who's a catalyst for the story to proceed, much like Jimmy Shergill in Munna Bhai MBBS and Ali Fazal in Three Idiots. So the story is really good, and it was surely great to reminisce those signature Hirani moments. But filmmaking is not alone storytelling, right? So flaw number one for me was this outdated style of filmmaking where story used to have the most weightage among everything. I mean, story is the most important affair in a film, but without other impressive feats, story alone can't win anymore in this game. Also, when I said in the beginning that you like it only if you're the right audience for this, what I meant by that is that don't just come to theaters expecting a film like Jawan and Pathaan, because Dunki is nothing like them, and the only common factor among all three films is Shahrukh Khan. In Dunki, SRK doesn't even get the first credit, Taapsee gets it. But the film falters precisely because of the burden of carrying his image of the romantic star. And the love story we see in Dunki, it's really iconic, and a whole lot of time is invested, and all that is there because it's SRK. And there is a notion that it has to be an epic romance, and somehow Mr. Hirani got sidelined with his own way of telling the story by this fact, and the film faltered eventually. This also happened because the chemistry didn't work for me. Not like Shahrukh has the worst chemistry with Taapsee or something, but it's not as intense to hold a movie on its shoulder. Also, Taapsee has the same monotonous way of leave it. She didn't do anything new, alright. All her characters now feel the same to me. She really needs to work on her dialogue delivery and pitch because her performances have been consistently hammy for so long. Also, the humor in the film doesn't land uniformly. Some jokes generated huge laughter, but some just don't. And for some odd reason, Abhijat Joshi's writing gets too repetitive. Still, I want you all to know that Dunki is a good film, but the expectation that we usually have from a Raju Hirani film, that was definitely unmet. So Dunki, according to me, is Hirani's weakest film, and please let's move on to the good now. So I'd love to mention the best scene in the film, which comes just after the interval block. And the anticipation, music, stylization, everything was bang on. Will not reveal much, but Iranian songs have been used so well this year in Indian films that it gives me immense pleasure as a music lover. So the second half, although some scenes could have been condensed and the dramatization of events could have been made less, still the second half worked better for me than the first one. But how can we forget the man who made the first half watchable, Vicky Kaushal, who has emerged as the star of the year in my opinion. मुश्किल से 5 scenes होंगे विकी के, but वो monologue and the terrace scenes were all brilliantly done by him. Obviously, all of it hints at good directing because he gets to shine because the staging has been perfect. Anil Grover and Vikram Kochar have also got good amount of screen time and impressed us thoroughly. So in a way, it's everyone's film. If you're looking for fan service, you won't get much of it here. Love is a major theme in Dunki, obviously because Shahrukh Khan exists in the film. So when he sees Taapsee after 25 years, Dunki is at its peak. In my humble opinion, that scene is somewhat more impactful and better than the iconic one in Veer Zara. And that is solely because of Shahrukh's performance here. The pause he takes while carefully watching her grey hair and wrinkles on her face and all that subtle acting in the scene is just so beautiful. that it made me realize how he has evolved and matured as an actor. And yeah, obviously the subject that Mr. Hirani has chosen this time is definitely graver than his previous choices, and the social commentary he tries to add is somewhat detailed and noticeable too. And surprisingly, the same songs I didn't like on first hearing, they work brilliantly within the film. सोनू निगम्स निकले थे कभी हम घर से एंड जावेद अलीज चल वे वतना, just too good. तो अगर आप जाते हैं डंकी देखने, देन गो बिकॉज ऑफ हाउ सिग्निफिकेंट इट इज़ टू नो व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इन योर ओन कंट्री ब्लेंडेड विथ हिरानीज ह्यूमर एंड सटायर. नॉट ओनली फॉर दैट रीज़न कि भाई शाहरुख की जवान और पठान देख ली तो डंकी भी वैसी ही होगी. नहीं भाई, ये बिल्कुल भी वैसी नहीं है. सो दैट वॉज ऑल आई हैड टू से ऑन डंकी. ये रहा ट्विटर हैंडल. साइनिंग ऑफ. सी यू सून विथ अनदर वन.